Bannerlord's podcast. All right, and we are live. Lord Cognito here, Iron Lord Podcast, LordsOfGaming.net. And who is this fine, best-dressed gentleman of PAX West today? Who is this person in the room?
I'm Paul Kangel. I work for Tables Entertainment as a producer. We are here to present the game Mount Blade Bannerlord, Mount Blade 2 Bannerlord. It's been out on PCs for some time now, but we wanted to present it to people on consoles as well. Right now we're in early access on Steam, GOG, Epic, and by October 25th, people will be able to get the full release on all platforms. That includes PS4, PS5, Xbox One, Xbox S, and Xbox X.
Let's get right into Mount Blade 2. Go right ahead, let's take a look at it.
So you want me to play?
Yes,
right.
You want the expert.
Okay, fair enough. Just as a quick rundown, the demo is actually the full game. What we've done is we've added this pre-selection of characters so people can jump right into it. They don't have to go through character creation, all that. Ali Jin and the others are returners of the previous sort of demos from Gamescom, etc. I think they've done three rounds already, 3 tours to action. They've grown over every time. They're well equipped, well skilled, all that stuff. And while they have different starting positions, they all have the sort of similar setup with one siege, a big field battle, and a small field battle.
So what's the general theme of Bannerlord? What is the whole? Is it like War of Kingdoms, or we what's going on in this world?
Well, a bit of everything. Fundamentally, Mount Blade is a sort of massive medieval simulator.
It's like medieval.
Strategy elements, you've got action elements, and you've got RPG elements. In terms of massive, this is how we started zoomed in, right? Let's zoom out a bit.
Oh wow. Oh wow.
So this is the world of Calradia. You can conquer all of this if you want to. So yes, it's definitely a war game, but you do have a number of different, since it is a sandbox, you have a number of different activities that you can pursue. You're not tasked to necessarily conquer everything. You can be a merchant if you want to. You can help people with their issues through quests, and so on and so forth.
Gotcha.
We have our siege here and a field battle here. I think I'll try to start with the field battle because it's a bit quicker, and it'll give us some opportunity to
And while you're traveling here, I see these 3 kind of icons here.
Exactly. This is another thing that. So one of the things that I want to show here is we have these different patrol modes. Yeah. This allows us to travel. This allows us to select the UI elements. We have the joystick for that, but we can also use the D-pad to quickly jump between things. I think the UI team had some really nice idea here. I'm personally not a huge console player, but I can actually figure this out.
But it's funny you say that because I am, and one of the bigger barriers of entry for me for any RTS or these type of big type scale games is that the interface sometimes is not intuitive. And that actually seemed intuitive for yeah. I was like, press Y. All right, cool. That is actually helpful to get us into the space a little bit.
That's great to hear, because one of the reasons why we wanted to bring this to these events is just to get people's impressions on the controls. It's not the typical console game.
Yes.
But it does offer something new, and I think it is something that is good that we're pushing into the console market, not just for us, but for that market as well, to give a greater variety of players.
Love it.
So you can just click on these, for example. This just basically helps people get into the demo a bit faster, find the locations that they need to be. We don't necessarily even have to do these. But it's the easiest way to get into a battle and show you some of the action and the visuals.
Yeah, let's do it. Get our Bannerlord, choose it. And that was just like an army that we're choosing. What are we doing right now? We're choosing to help?
We're helping them.
Gotcha.
Exactly. So we're the Khan of the Crusade, actually. Ali Jin has just been chosen by the Cruel Tide. And she's here to prove herself, so to speak. And this screen is the pre-battle deployment screen. When you're more deep in the game, this becomes
strategy layer.
Yeah, basically allows you to deploy the different troops if you're in charge of the battle. It allows you to assign captains, which have benefits.
I wanted to deploy him. You look vicious.
Well, because we're helping somebody else is actually in charge. So
Okay, gotcha.
we can choose our own formation because we have a high ranking as the king or Khan. So we're taking care of the cavalry here because we're also cav. And if you like check these guys out, they also have a banner effect. So both based on their skills and their equipment, they can benefit their formation. So you can create these characters over time to allow you to have like a really effective infantry captain or archery captain, etc. If you don't want to deal with it as well, though, you just
skip formation, right? Okay, gotcha.
And we're right in the game. And yeah, I mean, this is one of the sort of unique selling points, I'd say, for the game, definitely. It's just massive in terms of the amount of troops that are available to us here. This is sort of the control scheme, as you can see, just the left button here. And it goes into slow-mo, so we actually have a lot of time to figure things out. There's three sort of fundamental control schemes. One is for the movement, one is for the formation, and one is for the toggle. Toggles things like fire will hold your fire, etc. So let's choose the movement. I want them to follow me.
On me. Let's go.
Just go like this and let go.
Yep. Oh, see, they doing it. See, this is very lordly. I love this. On me. Let's go.
As you can see, all my cav are now coming out of the woods.
Let's get it. And loving this scale. This is a unique approach to this cinematic style. I'm really liking it. Let's get seize them. Let's go. I'm loving it.
He did not survive long.
Yeah, he did not survive that.
He was a banner bearer. So this is one of the things that we have in this demo. Bannerlord actually has banners now, and these come with gameplay effects, as we talked about a moment ago. And as you get rid of these banner bearers, the formation actually loses that banner. This is a nice little thing as well. You can see like there's some sense of what the AI is doing. They've placed their archers on top of the hill, the infantry in front, cavalry to the side to be able to flank as the need arises. And all of our guys are with us. I don't really want to deal with them right now because it's going to distract me. So I'm going to actually show the toggle. So here, if I just want to fight, right, I can delegate command to the AI, and I don't have to deal with them anymore. This way I can just focus on the action aspect. And this, it allows players to choose what they prefer, right? If they want to deal with the commanding, great, they can. If they just want to fight, great, they can.
So you can pretty much control your level of interactivity and what you want to control with those type of commands.
Yeah, exactly. So right now, you can also choose different weapons, etc. as well. This again goes with the slow-mo. So just with the D-pad here, or stick, sorry.
Good.
And
now we can do the arrows. Okay, cool.
We can switch to first person holding this toggle.
Wow.
We can zoom in with that toggle.
So we could go from first to third. Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Nice.
It's not necessarily the best for like while you're on the horse. Some people like it. But it's like really useful in sieges when you're trying to like hit the guys in the murder holes and all that stuff.
Nice. Again, it's a very interactive system in terms of balance, which I kind of like because it gives you that sense of scale of big war. You're out in the field and stuff like that. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, if you just look at this, it's 1,000 agents that can be active at the same time. This is the same for Gen 9 as it is for PC.
Okay.
Which so right now we're playing on the Xbox X, right? So there are two different performance modes, sort of, and fidelity mode. The one that we are playing with 1,000 agents goes up to 30 FPS.
Okay.
I think it is in 4K.
Okay.
And then if you want to have 60 FPS, it goes down to 60.
Gotcha. So what's cool though is you give it that flexibility, right? If someone's I tend to be a 60 FPS now, so you got the option. But if someone wants that fidelity, that 4K, you got the 4K 30 option, a little bit more graphical fidelity.
I do believe most players will want the large battles because that's kind of one of the things that we're really known for.
Yeah. So the large battle, would you say, is not available in the other mode, the performance mode? Is that exclusive to the?
Well, it's still large up to 600 people, right? Which is larger than the previous games. I think they were capped at like 100 on consoles at Warband.
Got it.
So definitely an improvement in any case. For Gen 8 as well, It is larger than Warband at 250 in sieges and 400 in field battles. But if you want to have the massive experience, then yeah, you would need to go with the Gen 9. We will continue to improve performance, of course, and see what we can push. But of course, we want to have a stable experience for players as well, so we have to be a bit careful there.
This is really cool. And again, the large scale battles, you have that interactivity, you have the option to pretty much simulate and control every aspect of it. Like, what would you say as far as like gameplay length? Two questions. One, gameplay length overall. Like, how many hours can you sink into battle? This looks like very extensive.
We'll jump back from this battle for a moment and just have another look at the map. Gameplay length, some players spend thousands of hours in it. I think you can probably get through the main storyline within a couple dozen hours. Most of the length there as well comes from the interaction with the Sandbox, right? As you progress the storyline, you have to fight within the Sandbox context, so there can be lots of things that you may not expect. So we didn't finish that battle, but they're largely done. So since you can conquer all of this, it just is very time intensive, potentially very time intensive. And if you enjoy the gameplay loop, that's great.
What about like the main quest? Like, for a guy like me, let's say, okay, let's say new to this space, but these are not the games I generally gravitate towards, because sometimes I get overwhelmed by paralysis by analysis. So what about like the main quest? Like, say, okay, what's the things I would do to notify me that this is the main quest storyline that's going towards the progression of the game? That's 15 to 16 hours.
I think it would still be 60 to maybe 100, because the way that this game is set up, so for the demo, it can be a bit overwhelming for people, but of course we don't have the time to like build everything up. You start as an individual, like just by yourself. So the scope of progression that the game offers is really quite unique, I think, in terms of all of the different social stations that you go through. So you start by yourself, you maybe hire a couple troops, start trading, start hunting bandits, you become maybe a mercenary, engage in tournaments, engage in quests, maybe become a vessel, then you become a king potentially as well. And as you do so, you can create your own kingdom, or you can like support an existing
one. So we're really starting from the ground level to build up. So I'm assuming at this stage we're further advanced in the game at this stage.
This is like mid to, I mean, since Ali Jin's character is the leader of the faction, it's entering late game. Sort of, she only owns this part of the map, and just taking the rest of this here, I think I need to go into another mode.
So that's the red fist about it.
The red fist actually indicates there's a rebellion here, or a risk of rebellion.
They're acting up.
So when all of the towns have some parameters like loyalty and security, they're affected by things like, as there's starvation going on, because there's a deep sort of simulation of the economy here as well, with the villages doing the raw production and supplying the towns through processing them, caravans going around distributing them, which the player can interact with. So yeah, if the town is unhappy, they might just say, we're done with you. Exactly, they create a new clan, and if they survive a certain amount of time, they'll then become a proper clan, join a faction and or kingdom, and just continue to play as you would normally as well.
I got you. A lot of depth to it.
Yeah, like if we look at the personal progression here as well, so this is what you and every other character does. You have a bunch of attributes. I think it's about 18 skills here, and each of the skills has another 20 perks that you choose in between as you progress that skill. The fundamental approach here is sort of learning by doing. So if I'm using a lot of one-handed weapons, I'll grow. There are certain limits to my effective growth that are affected by focus points and attribute distribution. So this is something that the player can kind of weigh into.
No, absolutely. I'm definitely feel that aspect. And the scale is way bigger than I thought.
The other thing as well here is this is your character, but you're actually playing as a clan, so you have a bunch of characters that you get to level. If we go over and check out the clan, this is our family right now. Right, we can get married, we can have children, we can die.
I was about to ask you that. Yeah,
we can continue as our child heirs and so forth. We can also hire some companions and so on and so forth. Create clan parties. We can own thieves and manage them, assign a governor, send our members there. We can own workshops. We can have some supporters out of the notable characters. As we fulfill quests, we increase relations, and then some of the locals will start to say, "Hey, you're a pretty cool guy. Let's help you out."
Help each other out. All right. Okay, let's go.
I'll just jump into the seats real quick.
Yeah, let's see a seat. Let's see a seat. Let's go. Let's see a seat. This is really cool, man. You guys got it's way more expansive than I thought. I thought it was much simpler. There's actually a deeper gameplay level than I thought, and a lot of simulation management that I didn't realize.
The good thing is, like, you're not hit with it right away, right? Since you're starting as a nobody, you're slowly, like, even if you wanted to engage with all of those elements, you just wouldn't have the resources. So it feels kind of natural, I think, for the most part. As you progress, you learn new things, and yeah, I mean, the sieges are one of those things as well. I just chose not to command anything. The AI will take care of it. You can take, control of that mangonel, for example, and do that shot yourself.
Nice.
Your AI mates will start pushing these melee siege engines to the front.
Do we got the trebuchets?
We can build them, yes.
Okay, you don't have to do it now. I had to ask.
Died right there. Yes, you can build trebuchets, but actually mangonels might work better against troops because they have multiple projectiles.
We're coming in to seize them. Let's go.
See, that just hit our guys pretty hard. All of this red stuff.
Oh yeah, that's not good. That's not good. They don't want to be seized. I don't think they're about that. Okay.
So within the mission, for instance, there are certain elements of the wall that can be destroyed, like the Merlins here. On the world map, there's also a bombardment phase where you can actually destroy the wall, so there will be a breach.
Okay.
Then you don't need a siege tower anymore, but that's more of a time investment, right? As you shoot back and forth on the field. Right now,
this is not good.
That's the cost of a settlement, right?
Oh, you one of those leaders. Okay, I see what's going on.
They're dying for the greater good.
They're running for the king. Let's go.
Yeah, as they approach, they'll open up the siege tower, climb it. When the ram gets to the gate as well, they'll start banging it. There's a secondary gate within, with sort of a, I'm not sure what you call it actually, but they can throw stones from up above as your men are like hacking at the gate. So there's a lot of there's a lot of stories in that, right? You don't know what will happen in any given stage. Players can experience some pretty fun, or
So would you say that is it? I don't want to say procedurally generated, but there's a randomization nature to it, as far as like how the reactions are based on the conditions.
Yeah. The AI agents as well, they all have sort of their individual logic. They're part of a formation that tries to, so this guy will go up, open the gate, and then all of the others will follow.
Seize the gate!
Yeah, he's kind of a brave individual.
Oh, they're getting it in over there.
Yep.
Getting it in there.
Now they're queuing up, and then they'll start going up there. So formation will tell them, okay, we want to take the gate, we want to take the wall, all of that good stuff. But the agent themselves, based on their morale, they might say, well, Mangonel just hit all 5 of my friends. I'm out of here. I'm leaving. So that's one of the cool things, right? You're not just fighting these blocks of enemies. You're actually fighting individuals that will try and block you as well. Oh, there you go. That's okay. That's bugged out. That's good for us.
It's a dance. They just get their dance on. That's all they're doing.
Right now, this is sort of the mosh pit over there. So we're going to.
Oh, they are trying to hold this wall right here.
Exactly.
They are not going down.
They apparently are not blocked anymore. We just got a bolt on our shoulder. That was lucky.
Yeah.
Wow.
Getting crazy right now. Getting crazy this hallway.
What I can try and do is just shoot them down, of course, as well. Yeah. He's a rude individual.
Yeah, they try to defend it, man. I respect that. They don't want to be seized.
Okay, right now they don't seem to be.
They can't get past this spot right here. See if we can get around. Maybe we can get some other.
Yeah, I'll try to get up the.
By the way, that whole strat.
See if we can get on some side.
As you can see, as this melee happens, you still have the range combat going on as well.
So now we're going to try to join ourselves and go, okay.
If this tower takes too much damage, everyone on it is going to suffer. We're all going to drop down and die. But let's hope that doesn't happen. So yeah, as you get into this, it is
a packed gym right now.
You're just one of many. This is one of the things that... okay, I did survive, so that's good.
Question. So based on, like I said, you got all the AI, you got all the chips that you control. From your vantage point, I get it. Can you're locked to that vantage point, I'm assuming, as opposed to being able to switch to other players, other aspects of your army. I'm assuming because you control yourself for the most part. Okay.
Right now, our approach is that we do not have this body shifting. It's an interesting idea. We've actually had that discussion today with some of the fans.
You had it today.
We had it at Gamescom. We do that at our multiplayer mode, so this game also has a multiplayer. There's we call it captain mode. Players have up 20 to 30 troops to command, 6v6, and it's very accessible because when you run into a situation where you die, you just continue with your troops, right? So that's pretty nice.
So I guess my question is the fail state. I just want to be quickly on this before we wrap. Like, if you die, then what happens if the army is still alive?
It can happen. I think it can have an impact when on the morale, but the army can still win if they don't break out. And if you die completely, you either have to have an air to continue, or it's game over. Actually,
that would be a game over state if there's no air.
Yes.
Got it.
As for the other question with the body shifting, etc., I think that can be explored as a sort of difficulty option for the game, because one of the things that sets us apart, I suppose, is that we're not Superman, we're not Superwoman. We're just one of many. I'm about to die, actually. Get knocked out.
He's down.
So we do, still have the option to fly around, do all that good stuff.
Because the war is still going on, right? Obviously.
I can toggle this as fast forward as well, which will be a bit choppy, but it's a lot of agents.
Got it.
If we don't want to deal with these battles as well, we can just jump out and simulate the rest of it within a second. But yeah, so if we have that body shifting, I think at least a portion of our players would want it to be optional, to have that sort of more hardcore experience. So this is how we can.
And again, that could be an option as a difficulty level. We've got multiplayer, right?
We've got multiplayer.
Okay.
For PC, we've also got a really talented modding community that has a lot of access to the game. They are probably going to make all kinds of crazy mods.
Of course.
One of the things that is cool, if you have a strong PC, you can up the battle size even more. I think up to 2,000. That's something that we don't do because, well, there's a chance for instability at that point as well, and we need to guarantee that
absolutely,
as much as we can that people have a stable experience.
A couple of final questions. How long has the game been in development? And then,
Okay, that's a subjective question, I would say. So the game's been in development or has been announced, I think back in 2012. So we're if you count that as the starting point, 10 years.
Oh, wow.
It's been in early access since 2 years. And we will probably still develop it after the release as well. And I don't just mean bug fixes. I mean including content updates.
Gotcha.
We already have announced certain plans, we want to add some voiceovers for the great things, right? Maybe for the storyline. We want to explore things like an additional sort of selling out.
So we're still adding, we're still building. Okay, I got you.
We're excited about our game. we are excited about the ideas that our players have, about the ideas that we have, and I think we'll continue for some time to come.
So anyone wants to know about Bannerlord, where can they go? They're going to get more information on the game and how, like I said, to learn everything that you guys do.
Well, we do have our official website, so tailwoods.com. There's also the forums there if you want to engage with us directly. You can follow us on social media. You can check us out on YouTube.
What's the social media? What's the handle?
I don't know offhand, I'm sorry.
We will get it for you. We'll put it in the video. Don't worry, it'll be in the description. We got you. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, so on Steam, of course, as well, we share our regular updates there, and all the other platforms like Epic and GOG.
We're coming to console, right?
It will come to console October 25th. All of the PS4, PS5, Xbox One, Xbox S, and Xbox X, you'll be able to get it.
One final question on the cross-generation. On multiplayer, would it be cross-generational multiplayer, or cross-play, or no?
Yes, it will be cross-generational, but you won't be able to play like PlayStation, Xbox, or Xbox PC, etc.
For PS4, PS5.
Yeah, PS4, PS5 is fine.
Got it. Well, you heard it here first. Bannerlord, like I said, still working. He's still got things cooking. Still a lot of ideas going on. An absolute pleasure to check it out with you guys.
Thank you very much.
You heard it here first. Check it out. Bannerlord.